Hey everyone, I'm here with Dr. Sanjeev Goel. He is the founder of a revolutionary process and offering called Peak Canine, where you're bringing human level care and human level testing to our furry friends.
Yeah, because your dogs are like your family, just like they're part of my family. So
absolutely,
we thought there's no reason why you shouldn't, your dog shouldn't get that type of care, and we know it. We have the knowledge, we have the science that already tells us what's working in humans. So similarly, your dog could benefit.
I will say that I know that there are some dog dads and dog moms that treat their animals better than I see some other people treat their own human children. So, I mean, why not give them the best care? And with that, because it's so revolutionary, and you're trying and recommending certain tests, that requires funding, and it requires you to, put faith into this testing to bring it to like the universe. So with that, there's a Kickstarter program. Can you share with people more about that and what they actually are supporting?
Yeah, so we've teamed up with Kickstarter to basically help us raise $25,000.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is use that money to develop the first ever algorithm that's going to tell us your dog's age, their biologic age, based on the microbiome of their gut, their blood tests such as their A1C test, and their inflammation test, as well as their omega-3 test.
So this testing is the algorithm is going to test. Every dog's going to have the same test.
Yes.
Testing all those different things, which is going to give you sort of a bar or metric for what the age of this dog is.
Yes. Well, basically, we're going to go and basically figure out, based on those tests, we're going to be able to create like a test now that's going to now be able to be offered to you, and you're going to get that result. As for the people who fund us on Kickstarter, they're going to be able to get the results of how old is their dog's biologic age based on those tests.
That's incredible.
It's going to tell us, for example, like what's your dog's omega age in combination with their gut microbiome age, in combination with their cholesterol age. We're going to get all that put together into one age.
Okay.
And so you'll know, hey, your dog might be 6 years old, but maybe they're like a 10-year-old really, and you need to do some of these changes.
Right.
Or maybe they're younger and you're doing such a great job, and your dog is actually healthier than the average.
And that gives you peace of mind.
It's good. And
right?
you can now find out what type of supplements you can give your dog and how you can treat your dog so that they can live a longer, healthier life. That's the whole purpose. That we need, we want to make it easier for you to understand, is your dog living the best life it can? Right.
And is there anything that you can do to also have your dog with you as long as possible? Because there's medicine and testing and protocol for longevity in humans, that being that I know Sanjeev is a longevity expert, he's taking that same principle and the same ideology to say, hey, why can't we learn more about our animals who are like our humans and do what we can to prolong their life?
Yeah, and it has even a bigger impact because, like I said, a dog's life might be somewhere like from 12 to 20 years of age.
Yes.
And why not? A 10% increase can make a huge impact. And they might be with you 1 or 2 years longer.
Yeah, and I understand, like, even from what I heard, smaller animals typically they do live longer.
They live longer than
bigger animals don't.
Yeah, generally that's the thing, and it seems to be that they have different types of fats in their body.
Yes.
We don't exactly know why, but it seems to be related to that. It also could be related to what we call the insulin growth factors. So insulin growth factor is one of these growth factors that's also present in humans. So bigger humans probably die.
Yeah. Those who are obviously who have obesity or diabetes,
that's right.
like they die
bigger
faster.
You are, likely the bigger the animal dies.
So then we're gonna live long, I guess.
Because that's why fasting is a good thing to live longer, because you're in effect calming everything down a little bit.
Yeah, and what I wanted to say is, even though like I've known pets and pet owners who whose average age of that particular breed or animal, they far surpassed the average age that they were supposed to pass, and that is because I know that they're giving that animal exceptional care.
Yeah, I think
exceptional.
I think we should start to think of, just think about how we thought dogs should live to about 12 years or 13 years. That's because they were getting like the regular.
Yes.
And there's no reason we can't have amazing, optimal, and the dog's age could be maybe 20 years. Like now you start hearing about these dogs who outlived, like you're saying, what was supposed to happen. That could, same way like humans used to live to 30 or 40 years was considered amazing. Yeah. And now with today's healthcare, people live to 100 years old.
My girlfriend's dog, she's was a Dachshund. Mm-hmm. I think this dog was 16 or 17. Mm-hmm. Now nothing worked by the time it was, but for this dog to have lived 16 to 17 years old, and I just knew the level of care and attention and love that this animal had, and that was a conscious effort. And I'm sure there's many owners that would have more, they would just feel better and have more insight if they were aware that they can have this kind of testing for their animal.
Yeah, I'm quite hopeful that we might be able to extend dogs' life quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because again, this people haven't been looking at the whole prevention aspect
that
we're going to be doing. So, apart from the omega-3 testing and the cholesterol testing and the sugar testing, we should be able to know way in advance of what's going on. And so we invite you to support us on this Kickstarter. Again, the first
and it's not just a donation. You're actually, as a pet owner, paying for the test.
Testing.
So you're going to be one of the first people that are actually going to get this never-before test results.
Exactly.
No matter what, you're going to get insight into your animal anyway, right? That'll provide some metric for you to know if you're on the right track or if there's some areas for improvement. Mm-hmm. And so we'll post a link to Kickstarter. It's available now, and you could really be a part of a group that changes your dog's future and the longevity for many all dogs.
Millions of dogs.
Millions of dogs. Yeah. So and thank you, Sanjeev, for thinking of that. When did that come to mind? Like, when did you think, okay, I want to provide human level care to animals?
Well, I had, my dog, and it's a COVID dog.
Dog. Did you meaning you got him in COVID?
Yeah, that's a COVID dog. But with so many dogs are out there, apparently.
Yeah.
And
COVID babies, there's a lot of those too.
It's either that or divorce for a lot of people.
Yeah,
sure. It's either way.
One or the other.
Yeah. But, our dog unfortunately developed, seemed to be like seizures. And here I was I went to go get try to get care for the dog, and it was so difficult. And it turned out to be something relatively simple, like could have been the medication that had maybe precipitated these seizures. And I thought, you know what? We just need to do better.
Yes.
I think we could do better. And that's what.
And you being a doctor going, I can test this myself.
I think we could do better.
Exactly.
And again, not blaming the veterinary community or whatever. Sometimes you just need an outside person to look in and say, hey, we could do something different. And sometimes it's just fresh set of eyes. And that's what Peak Canine's about, because we just brought Peak Human into the whole dog space. So
there you go.
That's how we came up with it.
We hope that you, as pet lovers, want to explore the possibility of longevity for your animal and for others. So again, we'll post the Kickstarter link, and to learn more about Peak Canine, go to peakcanine.ca.
Okay, see you there.
Thank you.